Welcome to the deep dive. You know, navigating our digital lives often feels like trying to solve this really complex puzzle, right?
Yeah.
You're constantly juggling online identities, aiming for rock-solid security, yet, well, we really crave experiences that are just super simple and intuitive. And for a lot of us, the world of crypto wallets often adds another layer of complexity. It can feel less like a helpful tool and maybe more like an intimidating barrier.
It's a sentiment we hear all the time. That initial friction, the steep learning curve, it can absolutely put people off from engaging with what should be, empowering financial tech.
Absolutely. So today, we're taking a deep dive into something that aims to radically change that whole narrative, WebAuth. It's a new crypto wallet from Metallicus.
Right.
And our mission for this deep dive is to really unpack why WebAuth is being positioned as more than just a wallet. They're calling it an on-ramp for the next billion users, even a foundation of Web 5.
Big claims.
Yeah, and a significant leap forward potentially in making financial technology truly accessible to everyone, everywhere.
And we're drawing insights today, particularly from Bruce Stewart. He's a dedicated Metallicus community member, a crypto enthusiast, and also creates meme coins and NFTs.
Okay.
And he's made this, pretty bold prediction. He stated that in the next 5 to 10 years, 1 billion people will be using the WebAuth wallet.
1 billion people. Wow.
Yeah. So as we explore this deep dive, you might find yourself thinking, what actually makes such a sweeping prediction even plausible?
Okay, let's unpack this then. Think about it. Have you ever tried to send crypto and just stared blankly at that long alphanumeric address, terrified of making one tiny mistake?
Oh yeah, the crypto sweats.
Totally. Or maybe wrestled with clunky login processes just to get to your digital assets. Those clunky logins, confusing addresses, and frustrating user experiences, they're real pain points. They deter countless potential new users.
And what's really compelling about WebAuth's approach, I think, is its explicit design goal. They want to bring the core benefits of blockchain, the good stuff, to everyday users without forcing them to sacrifice simplicity or speed or security.
So making it genuinely accessible, user-friendly for everyone, not just, the tech wizards or early adopters.
Exactly. That's the aim.
So what exactly makes WebAuth different? This is where it gets really innovative, I think. One of its standout features is biometric authentication. So instead of complicated passwords you have to remember secure, maybe write down somewhere.
Which you shouldn't do.
Right. You can access and sign transactions with just your Face ID or Touch ID.
And this is a fundamental shift in security, really. By relying on biometrics, it massively reduces, maybe even eliminates, common attack vectors like phishing, where scammers try to trick you into giving up your password.
Okay.
It moves beyond that vulnerability of static passwords to something more inherent, a direct link to you. It's just you authenticating.
That sounds incredibly convenient. But maybe digging a bit deeper, how does relying only on biometrics for something as critical as finance manage, potential vulnerabilities? Or are there trade-offs compared to, say, multi-factor authentication?
That's a really fair question. Look, while biometrics offer great convenience and strong anti-phishing protection, the system's overall toughness also depends on, the security of the device itself and how they implement recovery options.
Oh, okay. Recovery.
Yeah. WebAuth specifically tackles this by integrating robust account recovery options right alongside the biometric access. So users get both the convenience and a way back to their funds if their device is lost or compromised. It's about finding that right balance.
Got it. And then there are the human readable at names. This is cool. You can finally ditch those long, messy cryptographic addresses.
This is a game changer, potentially.
Sending and receiving crypto now feels as simple as messaging a friend. I mean, imagine just typing @Jane Smith instead of some 42-character jumble you have to copy and paste perfectly.
And if you think about the bigger picture, user adoption, these human-readable names don't just cut down on the mental effort and the chance of errors.
Yeah, less stress.
Totally. They fundamentally break down a psychological barrier. It makes crypto feel as intuitive and familiar as using something like Venmo or even just sending email. That's critical if you want mass adoption.
So the system underneath just maps the simple name to the complex address.
Exactly. Seamlessly. The user doesn't need to see or understand that complexity at all.
It really cuts the friction, doesn't it? Leading to a genuinely seamless experience. Transactions are designed to be fast, onboarding sounds straightforward, managing assets feels intuitive. It sounds like it's all about smart design choices, putting the user first.
And what's also crucial is that WebAuth is ecosystem ready. It's not just floating out there alone. It's fully integrated with the Metal blockchain, that's their own high-performance chain, and MetalX, their exchange, plus other core parts of the Metallicus ecosystem.
Okay, so it's plugged in.
Right. It positions it not just as a standalone wallet, but as a foundational piece, like a gateway to their whole vision of decentralized finance.
All right, now let's shift gears a bit and look ahead. The future roadmap. What's coming in, say, 2025 for WebAuth? Because Metallicus isn't standing still here.
No, definitely not. Their big focus is transforming WebAuth into what they're aiming to be the best custodial wallet in the industry.
Okay, custodial. Maybe quickly explain that for listeners who aren't deep in the crypto space.
Sure. So a custodial wallet basically means that a third party, in this case Metallicus, holds the cryptographic keys for you.
Ah, so they manage the tricky keys.
Exactly. This offers incredible simplicity and convenience because you, the user, don't have to worry about managing your own private keys, keeping them safe, backing them up, all that stuff.
Right.
But it does mean you're placing a level of trust in the platform. It's different from a non-custodial wallet where you have full control and responsibility for your keys.
That makes sense. So custodial aims for maximum accessibility, maximum ease of use.
Precisely. And part of that involves educational information built right into the app itself.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, new content designed to guide first-time users, help them understand how to use crypto securely, confidently. For someone new, having that kind of guidance right there for quick, clear knowledge, that's incredibly valuable.
Yeah, it tackles that fear factor you mentioned earlier.
Exactly. It directly addresses the fear of the unknown that often stops people before they even start.
And speaking of clarity, they're also bringing in unified account views. So imagine a cleaner, more organized dashboard where you can see all your assets across different networks, different protocols, all in one place. That simplifies management hugely.
Yeah, no more jumping between 5 different apps just to see what you hold where.
Exactly. And just in terms of basic usability, they're aiming for better deposit and withdrawal flows.
Fewer clicks, faster execution.
Right. The goal is fewer clicks, faster execution for moving your funds in and out of WebAuth. That tackles a really common frustration for many users, making transfers much more efficient.
Definitely a friction point they're addressing.
And they're also bringing some pretty powerful in-app features online.
This is where it gets interesting.
Yeah, we're talking about in-app swaps, which they say are returning soon, to make trading assets simple, right there inside the wallet.
Convenient.
Plus, they're adding lending, staking, and rewards functionalities. That sounds like a pretty powerful upgrade, making WebAuth a really full-featured wallet.
And this is a critical part of their strategy. With these features, WebAuth is aiming for what they call WebOS integration. The goal is to be the only wallet you need for all your E5 activities.
Okay, E5, what's that stand for?
So E5, as they define it, covers everywhere, everything, everyone, every time, every asset.
Wow, okay, ambitious.
Very. It's their vision for transactions and interactions that span, well, every digital domain for all users at all times, covering all asset types. It's a big play to become the central hub for all your digital financial activity. Kind of like an emerging super app, but for the crypto and Web5 space.
That's a fascinating strategy. And beyond just the crypto native stuff, they're also expanding the bridges to traditional finance, right? With expanded fiat ramps.
Yes, absolutely. This means easier conversion between traditional currencies, dollars, euros, pounds, and crypto anytime, anywhere.
Making it easier to get money in and out.
Exactly. As the source material puts it, expanded fiat ramps will increase the accessibility of the XPR network by enabling users to convert fiat currencies to cryptocurrency, and vice versa, more smoothly and across more jurisdictions.
And to make that even smoother, the team is actually building a proprietary fiat on-ramp directly into WebAuth.
That's right. This will let users onboard using debit or credit cards directly within the app itself. No need to go to an external exchange first.
Okay, that's big for onboarding new people.
Huge. They're talking about benefits like low fees, high acceptance rates. The initial rollout is planned for the US, Australia, and New Zealand, with global expansion to follow. This is really a crucial step for genuine mass adoption. It removes that hurdle of using a separate, sometimes complex exchange just to get started.
So if we kind of pull this all together, looking at their wallet of the future vision, WebAuth promises to be a wallet designed for, well, a global need, because you log in with just a glance.
Biometrics.
You sign transactions with a tap.
Simple action.
You own your identity and your assets. Even in a custodial setup, the focus is on your access and control via your identity.
Right, linking identity to assets.
And maybe most importantly, for mass adoption, you don't need a manual to use it.
That's a really compelling set of promises.
Yeah.
It speaks directly to those initial friction points we talked about.
Yeah. This really reinforces that as WebAuth evolves into this hub for Web5 activity, it's not just, keeping up with the crypto world, it's actively trying to redefine it.
The focus seems clearly on welcoming that next billion users by stripping away the complexity and building trust through simplicity and, importantly, enhanced security features like the biometrics.
So, considering how WebAuth is really trying hard to simplify these complex digital interactions using things like human-readable names, biometric authentication, it kind of raises an important question for you, the listener. What other areas of your digital life, beyond just crypto, could really benefit from a similar kind of radical simplification and maybe enhanced security? And what might be the broader implications if this kind of seamless, really intuitive technology becomes, well, the norm everywhere?
Yeah, that's a great point to ponder. What really stands out to you from this deep dive we've done? Think about how these innovations might reshape not just how we handle money, but maybe how we interact with technology every single day.